Hello guys, this is Vinayak from Works for Lifetime, and today in this video I'm going to show you how you can list all the users in your MySQL database. So without any further ado, let's start. So as for logging into your VPS, what you need to have is the connection to your VPS from Works4. You can use several tools for connecting to your VPS such as Putty or Terminus in my case, or any another SSH client such as Bitwise SSH client. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna head over to my terminal, and as you can see that I'm having my window open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna head over here and type in MySQL dash u, that represents your username which you will be using. So in our case we will be logging in using the username root, and then the password like dash p. This will be for the password. And now what we are going to do is just we are going to press the enter command, and now it is asking us for our password. So what we are going to have to do now is we are just going to have to enter our password. And as you all know that in Linux we can't see the password if we are entering it, so just hit enter. And as you can see that we are now logged into the MySQL. Now what we have to do is we have to execute any of the commands which we want. So like this was just one of the methods to log in to the MySQL database. Now what we can do is we can just hit exit, and then if you want to connect to MySQL using the password in command line, which is not secure, but it is needed sometimes when you are using the MySQL very frequently or very much commonly. So what we are gonna do is just we are gonna enter our password next to the command, and after entering the password we just have to press enter. And as you can see that the MySQL also shows us a warning that if we use the password on command line, that will be a insecure thing to do, because it can lead in so many things happening which should not be good from the security point of view. So now as you can see that we can log in using the command line password. So now next move on to the next command. So what we're gonna do now is we are gonna use our first command. I'm gonna demonstrate you how to use the first command, that will be to show the databases in our MySQL. So just let's type in the command, that is show space and then databases, and then what we have to do is we have to just put a semicolon in the end. And as you can see that we are having these four databases right now in our MySQL installed. We can use any of these databases to connect to them, to view the data in these databases, or perform many of the tasks which we want. The next, you can say, command which we are going to show you is about how you can list the databases using the environment variables. So for listing the databases via environment variables, what we have to do is we just have to exit the MySQL. And now what we are going to do is from the root, we have to just put in export, and then with caps lock on we have to enter MySQL underscore user, and then with equals to sign we have to put in our username, that would be root. And now what we have to do is we have to execute the same command for the password. So now what we are going to do is we are change the user with pass, that is the short form abbreviation for password. And now if you see, we have to put in our password. So now I have just put it in my password. So this is our second command which will help us to you know put the database information in the environment variable files. And after this, now what we are gonna do is we are gonna show or list the databases uh, in the MySQL without logging into the MySQL from the root itself. So for that, what we can do is, first of all, let me clear it. Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in MySQL, then dash u, that is for username. After that we are gonna do MySQL underscore user, and after this what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do dash p, that is for password, and then up my oh yeah, sorry, we don't have to put the space, because if we put the space it will not take the password as a field. And now what we're going to do is my SQL underscore p8 that is my SQL pass, and then dash e space show databases, and yeah. So as you can see that it will give us the list of databases which are right now in our system, in our MySQL server. So this is our third command. Our next command will be filtering out the database names. This command is used when we are having multiple databases on our server, on our MySQL server, and we want to list, or you can say filter out only some specific databases which start with a particular character or a particular pattern. So for that, what we are gonna do is we are gonna do show okay, so we have to first log in into the MySQL for that. So again, I'm gonna just type in the command, and that would be MySQL space dash u for username, and the username would be root, and then the password that would be dash p, and then the password next to it. And now we are gonna just type in show data databases space like space a single comma, then p percent, and then the comma close, and then a semicolon. So this command we use is to show the databases, and after that we are using like, so we can get the similar databases which start with the letter p, and any database which will be in our MySQL server which is starting from the letter P will be displayed to us now. So we are gonna hit enter, and as you can see that we have just got our database. We had one database with the which was starting with the character P, and we are having it right now over here with us. So this is our command for searching for particular databases which are starting with a particular character or specific characters. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to list the databases using the information schema. So, for doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the command for that, and the command would be select, because we are selecting from the information schema, and then we are typing schema underscore name, and then we are gonna do the from, and after this what we are gonna do is we are gonna do information underscore schema, and that is for the information schema, because we are right now going to check the information schema, and then put a dot, and after that what we are gonna do is we have to put an schemata and then the semicolon. So as you can see that this is showing us the schema for our all the MySQL databases which we are having. So after this command, uh, we will be moving on to our next command, that would be excluding the system databases. So for excluding the system databases, what we can do is we can type in the next command, that would be select and then space schema underscore name, and then space from. This will be for choosing the from section. And now I'm gonna do is information underscore schema dot schemata schemata space where schema underscore name, and then we have to type in the rest of the command for this to work, and that command would be Yeah, would be schema name not n, and then we are going to specify which particular databases we would not like the command to show us back. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to type in, or you can say enter the databases which we don't want to see. So let's say we don't want to see MySQL. Okay, we don't want to see this database. And then what the second database would be is the information schema, CHEMA. CHEMA, okay. And the next database which we would not like to see would be the performance schema, performance underscore CHEMA. And the next one would be the sys. And now what we're gonna do is we are gonna close the brackets and put semicolon. And now if you see that this query just returned to us with an empty set. This means that there were no other databases in our MySQL server right now. That is why it just gave us the empty query. Next up, what we are going to do is we are going to do the automatic database listing using some bash scripts. So for that, the first example would be to create a shell script which will be listing our databases. So for doing that, we are going to exit from the MySQL and we are going to create a script file that would be now using the nano command. So we'll be going to use nano and then list underscore data base. You can actually name it anything, but for my things, I'm using it list underscore databases dot sh because that is a bash script and we are gonna have to use it. So as you can see now that the nano editor is active, so we are gonna enter our command. That would be the following command, which I'm gonna write it now, and that would be okay, this. And after this, what we are gonna do is we are gonna type in MySQL space dash u for user, and then dollar MySQL underscore user, then dash p dollar MySQL underscore p a double s that represents our password, then dash e for showing our database. This command we actually used previously also, but now we are going to use a bash script to run that. And now after doing the dash e, we are going to do show data bases. And after putting in a semicolon and closing the commas, that would be, we are going to make the file save. And after saving the file, what we have to do is we have to change the permissions and make the script executable. So for that, we have to do chmod, that is for changing permissions. And then we are going to do plus x, and then we have to type in the name of our file, that is list underscore database, database dot sh. And if you see now that the file we are having would be executable. So to run the file now, what I'm gonna have to do is I will just use the file name again using the dot and the backslash. And after that, we are gonna do list underscore databases dot sh. And as you can see that this command returned us with the databases we have in our system. So you can use this sort of automations to view your databases whenever you want. Now what we are gonna do is we are gonna schedule, like we are gonna create a scheduling for regular listing. So for doing that, we have to use cron tab for cron jobs. So let's do cron tab space dash e. So if you are a first time user into the cron, it will be asking you for these three editors. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna choose the nano editor because I use it very often and very frequently. And after that, what I will be doing is we can add the script over here in the bottom of the file. So we have to do 0, 0, and then we have to do star, 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 and then we have to do our path. That would be like, let's say, the home, because the current file is in the slash directly, that is a root directory, and we are going to type in list underscore databases dot sh space, and now we will be doing the outputs to a file that will be named slash database log.log. So this will be a log file. We will need to create this log file for getting the logs of our database command, which will be executed. So let's save it, Control X, and after saving it by Control X and Y, we are gonna do is we are gonna create a file that is named database log.log. Okay, and what we are gonna do now is, if you see there are some issues, like let's say you are facing a error with access denied, because access denied comes into the picture when there are some incorrect credentials or the user does not have any sufficient permissions. So for that, what we are gonna do is we are going to log into a MySQL again to do that, and we are going to be using MySQL dash u space root and then dash p. So as you can see, it is asking us for password. This is the most secure method, I am again telling. And now we are gonna enter our password, and let's run a query to fix the issues if you encounter any issues such as access denied. For that, we are gonna do grant space show databases space on asterisk. This is asterisk, you can say, or select all, and then two space username, any particular username which you are having, which is facing the issue. So let's say I'm having root right now, and then uh, like we have to put it in the commas, we have to quote it, and after quoting this, uh, okay, so we have to run it again. Uh, we are gonna do grant space show databases space on asterisk dot asterisk. This will be for our whole MySQL server. Then two space root at the rate localhost. And now we are gonna put in the semicolon, and you can see that it shows to us that the query, okay, this means the query has been successfully executed. Now what we are gonna do is we are use the flush privilege option. So we are gonna do flush privilege, privileges, and as you can see, this command has also been executed. This means that the MySQL command for uh, changing or granting the access to a particular user on the server is now running smoothly. So that would be all. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.